Dear Democrats, your leadership is so fucking stupid. I'm not even kidding. Today, I just was trying to figure out what would be actually a good idea for making this video. And that was when the Democrats decided to give me a gift, a very easy topic. More Russia. Only this time, they're actually going to sue Russia, some of the Trump campaign, Donald Trump Jr., and a few others that I forgot to mention. But seriously, why? Why are they doing this? And I'm sorry, I'm still at that goal. I'm pretty sure that by next week I'm probably gonna be better. So that's why I kind of still sound a little sick. Alright, sorry. Anyway, why? Why are they doing this? It's been already 2 years since the 2016 election. Okay, well, not necessarily 2 years, but they're getting very close to there. And there has been no collusion with Russia. There has been absolutely none. In fact, didn't Robert Mueller actually say to Donald Trump that he was the target of of the investigation? If that's the case, then what's the point of continuing this? It's nearly giving up on the actual investigation. I understand the holding leadership accountable, and that's a good thing that I like. In fact, I'm glad that we held people like Richard Nixon accountable for things like the Watergate scandal. But this is just a witch hunt now, and it's just a laughing stock now. I'm not kidding you. I'm part of Hall Government here at WSU, and earlier a few months ago, when I was trying to run for 2 different positions, vice president and secretary, I obviously lost the elections, unfortunately, and I decided to make a joke. I know the reason why I lost these positions, which is why I told the president, and he asked, "What? That you're kind of a new person here?" And then I said, "No, it's because of the Russians." And he laughed. It was a good joke, but seriously, that is how far this has gone. It has become a laughingstock. I'm pretty sure that at least half of the Democratic Party right now doesn't really take this investigation seriously anymore. I know that the Republicans don't, and I'm pretty sure a majority of independents don't either. And this is becoming the very trend of the Democratic Party. They make accusations because Trump is the president of the United States. Or at the very least, the leadership and the very radical elements of the Democratic Party. Those guys continually attack and accuse the president for so many things. Being an agent of Russia, being the fascist, being a Nazi, which, by the way, idiots, it's the same thing as being a fascist. They accuse him of being misogynist, being sexist, being racist, hating Mexicans, hating Puerto Ricans, hating probably Muslims. It's just, that has been basically the norm of the Democratic Party. And it's basically not just the norm, it's the face of the Democratic Party. Because the Democratic National Convention, Democratic National Committee, is actually the one that has sued Russia, the Trump campaign, Donald Trump Jr., and a few other people. This is the face of your party right now. You don't really have a platform. It's just, you don't like Trump. Okay, I get it. Do you have any other ideas of how to make America great again? Do you have any idea to build up our economy? Do you have a way to protect the United States and its citizens? Or is it just the same fucking thing where you just attack Trump for allegedly being the evilest guy ever, or literally being Hitler. Because that is all you're doing right now. And this is further supporting my theory that it's going to be biting Democrats in the ass in the future. Like literally in the near future, in the 2018 midterms, and eventually in 2020. They will be so humiliated. Now, I know that it's still pretty much a few months until the actual election happens, which is, I think it's on November 3rd, I think it was. But if the Democrats continue to go this way, they're going to have a humiliating defeat. It's going to make 2016 look minor. Very minor. In fact, it would be sort of like Ronald Reagan in both his first and second elections. In the Electoral College, and especially the popular vote, he had a landslide victory. In fact, I recall that the only two places that Democrats managed to win back in 1984 were Minnesota and the District of Columbia. Everything else, including California, believe it or not, including California, turned red. That is, I think, what might happen. And it's going to be all because of this bullshit that they spew about how Trump is colluding with the Russians, despite the fact that the investigation has been going on for such a long time, and there is no real evidence. What evidence is there gonna be? Now, obviously, the Democrats are just doing this in order to derail the entire administration. That's completely obvious. In fact, there's been so much going on lately, like the possible talks with North Korea, Mike Pompeo being debated on being the next Secretary of State. There's a lot of these things that have been going on, and the Democrats are trying to use this lawsuit as a means to further derail the President of the United States. Which, by the way, I feel it is very selfish. Yes, I admit it. Politics can be partisan a lot of the time. In fact, as a Republican, I usually side with the Republicans. But the fact that Democrats are going so far as to try to stop this administration from getting what it needs to do done, and to actually become a very huge success, that is completely selfish and insulting. Political parties, again, they are partisan, but they also embed ideas on the way to maybe help our country become the greatest in the world. I know that we are the greatest in the world, but to make it even greater, to improve our economy, to build up our military strength, to basically limit the size of the government, that sort of thing. Those are the ideas that the political parties have, and those ideas are a means to help the United States. But the Democratic Party is obviously doing the exact opposite. It doesn't care if it's a Republican, or if it doesn't matter if the Republicans are trying to make like a compromise or anything, or they're trying to use their ideas as a way they think of helping the American people. It doesn't matter. They just want to continue to derail this administration because, in their eyes, Donald Trump is the racist, the neo-Nazi, and he's literally Hitler. And he's in the seat that should be for Hillary Clinton, Because, well, vagina. Simple as that. By the way, about Hillary Clinton, she actually said in her excuse tour that the American people were never going to let her to be president. You think, bitch? You think? I mean, come on. Putting two together, especially with the uranium deal, the fact that you silenced a lot of the accusations against your husband about rape, and of course letting go another rapist back in the 1980s, and let's not forget about Libya. Obviously, we wouldn't like a person like you in the seat of the White House. We wouldn't. But I'm digressing. Obviously, the Democrats are just trying to do this as a means to get a little bit of payback for losing an election fair and square. You know what's ironic? The Democrats, the Democratic leadership, is actually the ones who are undermining our democracy, despite the fact that we are a constitutional republic, and the fact that Donald Trump won the Electoral College. Simple as that. He won the Electoral College. He may not have won the popular vote, but it doesn't matter. He won the Electoral College. He won fair and square. And now they're in a pissy fit. They've been going after Donald Trump for such a long time now. Stormy Daniels, mental instability, Russia. Maybe even like a claiming that he's like a I forgot what it was. Kleptocrat. Basically, they're calling him a thief who tried to steal money from the United States government in order to enrich himself. And yet none of those have turned out. And yet they're still continuing to do it. Newsflash, Democrats. This is not going to help you win elections. This is not going to help you win 2018 if you continue this. In fact, it will make you lose. So horribly. If you continue on this path, I'm pretty sure that you would become like a minor party. If you continue on this path without any sort of platform, you are certain to lose any chance of having legitimate standing in either Congress or the presidency in the future at all. And if you don't want that to happen, then may I suggest that you stop with this whole Russia collusion thing. Stop going after the president, unless if it's like due to political matters, such as no, he can't raise, or political differences, like say on economic ideas, and start building your own platform, something that maybe even the blue collar workers and the white collar workers, someone would actually support. If you continue down this path, you will fade into obscurity. My name is Noah Mian from the Arc of Truth. Please post your comments down below, like this video, share it with your friends, and of course, subscribe. See ya.